John Tavares, overtime hero for the Islanders in Game 3. Alex Ovechkin, 53 regular season goals, just one in this series.
That quiet before this storm.
This is chaos right now, and that's what the Islanders want.
Tie game with 6:06 to go. Score! Tavares! What a goal! My one scores!
The Islander fans are ready following their celebration on Sunday afternoon. From the Nassau Coliseum, it's Game 4, the New York Islanders and the Washington Capitals. Good evening, everybody. Kenny Albert with Pierre McGuire. The Nassau Coliseum is rocking. Islanders lead the series 2-1. Pierre, Alex Ovechkin only one goal over the first 3 games. How have the Islanders kept him in check?
Smart coaching. You get last change when you have home ice advantage, and they've utilized that home ice advantage by getting Johnny Boychuk and Nick Leddy on the ice against Alex Ovechkin as much as possible. Johnny Boychuk is a tower of power, Kenny. He can take hits, but he can give hits too. And that's the thing that's frustrating when you play against him. He's so strong at the point of attack. He can out-muscle you, he can out-slick you, and when he gets his bear claws on you, he's going to put you in and give you a rough ride. It's one of the things that really helped the Islanders win game number 3 because of the effort level of Boychuk. And when he makes plays like that, Kenny, the entire building erupts, and it gives serious momentum to the guys on this bench.
What must the Washington Capitals do tonight, Pierre, to tie this series before heading back home?
Go back to game number 2 and play as physical as they were against the Islander defensemen in game number 2. They went after them, they punished them, eventually they win the game 4-3. But it was equal opportunity. It was star players, it was role players, it was guys like Chimera getting nasty. They went after every single Islander defenseman. They pulverized them. They made them kiss the glass. They made them feel pain. They planted a seed of doubt. And when they needed it the most, they forced the turnover that eventually leads to a Jason Chimera game-winning goal. That's the only way the Capitals can come in here and win. Pulverize the Islander defenseman here in Game 4.
It's the Islanders and the Capitals. Game 4 coming up following the Islanders' thrilling victory in Game 3. The Stanley Cup playoffs on NBC are brought to you by the Discover It card. It's a game changer. And by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Pierre is with Islanders defenseman Nick Leddy. Pierre.
Thanks very much, Kenny. In game number 3, you guys dictated the terms big time. How did you manage to do that?
Well, we used our feet. We're a very fast team, and that's what we've done all year. Get bodies to the net, pucks to the net, and we capitalize on our opportunities.
You came over here from an electrifying building in Chicago. How big an advantage is this building to your team?
It's been incredible. They've been great all year, and they ramped it up for the playoffs. It's shown.
What do you and Boychuk have planned for Ovechkin tonight?
Just be on him hard, get on him quick, and take away his time and space.
Thanks a lot, Nick. Have fun tonight.
Thank you.
NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Stanley Cup Playoffs.
Back at the Nassau Coliseum, tonight's starting goalies brought to you by Honda. Braden Holtby 0-2 in the series, stopped 40 shots in Game 3. The former Capital, Yaroslav Halak, has allowed only 6 goals in the series over 3 games. Islanders will start their very effective fourth line. That's Casey Cizikas, flanked by Matt Martin and Cal Clutterbuck. For the Capitals, Brooks Laich, Jay Beagle, and Troy Brouwer. 2 changes for Washington. Michael Latta and Andre Burakovsky in. The injured Eric Fair and the healthy Curtis Glencross out. Capitals offside, 7 seconds in.
They even cheer offsides, Kenny.
They've had a lot to cheer for this season here on Long Island, Pierre.
That's a great group. It really is a fun group to be around and really well coached fun. That's the key word of this group.
25 wins here at home, most by an Islander team since the 84-85 season. They won Game 3 in overtime, 2-1. And the Islanders have scored first in all 3 games in this series. Translating the Capitals goaltender here at Braden Holtby. Puck knocked ahead by Calvin DeHaan. John Tavares for the Islanders. DeHaan leading the rush. Nikolai Kulemin. Puck carried ahead by Jason Chimera, who scored the game winner in the Capitals' victory in Game 2. Opolso for Tavares. Matt Niskanen is back. Tavares waits for teammates. Now shoots the puck and a save by Holtby on the Opolso deflection. Alex Ovechkin on the ice for the first time. Ovechkin has attempted 36 shots in 3 games. He has scored just once. Opolso taken to the boards by Mike Green. Nicholas Backstrom on the puck for Washington. Niskanen for Ovechkin. In on the left wing, now to Backstrom. Backstrom with a shot, saved by Halak, who covers. Time now for our player profile with insights from SAP over the first 3 games for Ovechkin. 15 shots on goal, 8 shots have missed the net. And he has had 13 attempts blocked, including 9 in Game 3.
Well, he's leaving the ice right now, and I can tell you right now, Michael Latta's on the ice, Tom Wilson's on the ice. Wilson's already talking to Vishnowsky. This is going to be mayhem. These 46 and 43, watch and white, they're going to be the answer to the Islanders' 4th final.
Mike Green with a shot, cleared out of trouble by Vishnowsky. And now carried ahead by Connor Kennedy, who sat out the first 2 games, was one of the Islanders' best forwards in Game 3. Michael Latta knocked down. He played in Game 1, sat the last 2. Vishnowsky misses the net. Turnaround shot by Kennedy, saved by Holtby. And Brooks Laich sends down into the Islanders' zone. Capitals have iced it.
Braden Holtby was a superstar in game number 3. He faced 42 shots. He was stellar, and he got in the zone quick. And you can see the start he's had here so far, Kenny. Some deflection opportunities. Tyler Kenny on a spinning shot. Throws it through a screen and a deflection off Michael Latta. He fights that off. Braden Holtby has been really, really good in this series so far for the Washington Capitals.
He was under the weather, did not start Game 2. Capitals won that evening with Philip Grubauer in goal.
First German ever started an NHL playoff game.
Islanders' 4th line back on the ice. Ryan straight with a shot deflected wide by Casey Cizikas. He's taken to the boards by Tim Gleason. Latta comes in. Cizikas out for DeHaan. Shoots and a glove save by Holtby. Tom Wilson on the puck for Washington. He's lined up and hit by Clutterbuck. Lotta knocked down by Straight. Puck cleared out by Light.
There's the answer. The Islanders knew that group was going to cause mayhem, and they went right after him.
Here's Clutterbuck up the left wing boards. Niskanen. He's hit by Clutterbuck. And now another hit by the Islanders. But the Capitals come in, and Burakovsky misses the net.
Not by much.
Andre Burakovsky making his postseason debut. Played in 53 games for Washington during the regular season.
Last year he played with Connor McDavid, the great phenom with the Erie Otters.
And Dylan Strome, the brother of the Islanders' Ryan Strome, who has 2 goals in the series. Islanders have iced the puck with 3:35 gone here in the first. Time for our Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. And Pierre, we've spoken throughout the series about the Islanders' fourth line. They have combined for 46 hits, over 15 per game.
It's a combination of a lot of things. It's players buying into the role that's been created and the coaching staff selling the role to the players. Take away from your offensive numbers, but man, oh man, can you pile up the hit stats.
Jock just misses the net off the faceoff. Carlson for Ovechkin, and then Joel Ward. Ward cuts away from Franz Nielsen. Out to the right point for Brooks Orpik. Boychuk up the boards. Oposo. Nice pass ahead to Nielsen. Crisscrossing with Bailey. Now Lenny works it in deep. Islanders look to make a change. 3 shots apiece. No score. Early first period. Game 4. Strome for Tavares. Tavares with a shot. That's blocked by the stick of Orpik. Deflects out of play. Fans now chanting, "Can you hear us?" That's directed at Ovechkin. Prior to Game 3, when asked about the noise here at the Nassau Coliseum, he said it will not be as loud as Verizon Center in Washington.
The unfortunate part of his answer for him was that, well, during the regular season when he's played here, he's never played here in the playoffs. He never hears this kind of noise. This noise is unbelievable, but it's not like this during the regular season.
It is when the New York Rangers play here.
Oh, that's true. But Ovechkin doesn't play for them.
With Tavares unit back on the ice for the Islanders. Hickey throws towards the net, blocked off in front by Niskanen. Lubomir Gostovsky and Thomas Hickey, the defense pair for the Islanders. Gostovsky, the 3rd star in Game 3. Here's Tavares. Tavares and Niskanen bump. Anders Lee behind the Washington net. And a glove save by Holtby on Ryan Strome.
And you can see the Islanders are trying to push the pace, and Braden Holtby's not afraid to slow things down. Calm, cool, and collected, smart. Jack Capuano trying to get his players to utilize the defenseman. He thinks the Capitals are cheating down in in-zone coverage. He wants to see more point shots from the New York Islander defenseman.
Face-off control by the Capitals. Mike Green carries the puck ahead around Tyler Kennedy. Now circles it back. Just over 5 minutes gone in period 1. Kennedy intercepts. Knocked away from Lee by Green. Brock Nelson on the recovery. Down to DeHaan across to Brian Straight. The deflection by Lee and the save by Holtby. Lee out to the right point. This is Straight with a shot, and that's deflected wide by Kennedy.
They're doing exactly what their coach is telling them to do because the Capitals are cheating down in in-zone coverage, protecting the front of the net.
DeHaan works the puck ahead. Now on the return. Islanders 5 shots, Capitals with 3. Puck rolls behind the Washington goal. Martin, first one in for Clutterbuck. Now the return for Matt Martin. Johnny Boychuk with a shot. Joel Ward over for the Caps. Hemmed in by Cizikas. And then Martin shoots another glove save by Holtby.
Smart. Slow the pace down. Yeah, the crowd gets loud, but don't allow the forward line to generate cycle opportunities.
Tonight at 9:30 on NBCSN, it's Game 4, Nashville and Chicago. Next on USA, Game 4, Canucks and Flames. Tomorrow, NBCSN at 6, Rangers and Penguins Game 4. And on USA at 7, Games 4, Canadiens and the Senators.
Montreal Canadiens with the extra day of rest rather than going back to Montreal and staying in Ottawa. They went to Mont-Tremblant, Quebec. Kenny, beautiful spot in the Laurentians.
We welcome those of you who have just joined us on NBCSN. Kenny Albert, Pierre McGuire from Nassau Coliseum. Just over 6 minutes gone. First period. Islanders lead the series 2-1. Game 4, scoreless. Nick Leddy, left point wrist shot, missing the net. Bailey tied up to the left of Holtby, and it's cleared out by Brooks Light. Leddy on the puck for the Islanders. Brouwer in on the forecheck. Nielsen for Oposo. Matt Niskanen for the Caps. Nicholas Backstrom shoots in. Backstrom with a team-leading 4 points in the series. Puck kept alive by the Caps. Here is Backstrom with a shot. Left pad save by Halak.
Great pinch by Niskanen.
Backstrom across to Carl Alsner. Niskanen, left wing board. In deep for Joel Ward. Dropping it off for Ovechkin. His shot misses the net to the right. Josh Bailey settles things down for the Islanders. Around to Johnny Boychuk. Picked off by Ovechkin. Knocked off his stick, and Oposo will clear. He has Bailey on his left. Oposo with a shot, and the arm save by Holtby. Puck comes out to Thomas Hickey. Big drive, misses the net. Wisnowski holds in. Oposo. And the puck deflects out of play.
Well, we talked about the good pinch by Matt Niskanen, but this was not a good one. He gets caught flat-footed on the wrong side for him. Usually plays the right side. He's on the left side. He gets caught flat-footed, so he's chasing on Kyle Oposo. The puck rolls on Oposo at the last second. Tries to go high, short side of Braden Holtby. But look how comfortable Holtby is, Kenny. Standing up, not going down, making himself look really large in goal.
He'll have 3 in Game 1. 2 on 42 shots in Game 3, including the Tavares overtime winner. Tyler Kennedy, quick shot off the faceoff, stick save by Holtby. John Carlson able to clear the puck out. Wisnowski on it for the Islanders. Bounces off Chimera. Around now for Anders Lee. Brock Nelson. Nelson down to the ice. Lee with the puck. Out to the left point, Hickey. Wisnowski moving in from the right point. Shouldered off the puck by Kuznetsov. And Carlson clears the zone. Shots are now 7-4 in favor of the Islanders.
Got a bunch of those from the back end too, Kenny.
There's Cizikas. Dropping it off for Martin, a wrist shot. Latta hit by Clutterbuck. Light clears the zone. DeHaan shoots him right back down. Martin, first one in. He's hit by Gleason. Puck deflects out of play. We go inside the glass, presented by Progressive Insurance with Pierre.
Thanks very much, Kenny. One of the things to really watch for from the New York Islanders, point shots. They've detected something between games 1, 2, and 3. And here in game 4, they're getting pucks back to the point and they're launching on goal. They're getting people in front of the net, but they're not afraid to move the puck back to the point and get pucks on goal. And that's an adjustment that's had to be in series, because most of the time they try to generate off the cycle. Now they're getting pucks back to the point and jamming the net.
.15 to play, first period, game 4 from a raucous Nassau Coliseum. Calvin DeHaan, watched by the forecheck Jay Beagle. Puck deflected into the Washington zone. Carlson back to play. Ross Nielsen with pressure. Bailey off the turnover. Out to DeHaan. Looking for the deflection from Nielsen. Comes out to straight on the right point. Off the skate of Oposo. And cleared out by Mike Green.
Washington's going to have to make an adjustment with their end zone coverage. The points are too wide open.
Burakovsky hit by DeHaan. Nielsen over to play the puck. Up the boards for Oposo. And now skated ahead by Strait. Winds up in the Washington bench.
Now Brian Strait's a good story. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Eventually put on waivers because the Penguins just had so much depth in defense, and Garth Snow and his people picked him up on waivers, put him at Boston University, and you look at his career since coming over, a lot like Nick Leddy and Johnny Boychuk and Thomas Hickey. Those guys have all thrived, and both Hickey and Strait were waiver pickup. Fantastic acquisitions off waivers.
Right, Hickey initially drafted 4th overall by the LA Kings. Boychuk back to play the puck. He did a terrific job, as Pierre pointed out during our open against Ovechkin on Sunday. And now the first penalty of the game. It will be against Washington.
Ovechkin's going to get it.
Islanders get the extra skater out as we hit the midway point of period 1. 6 skaters on the ice for the Islanders. Here's Leddy, delayed penalty. Coming up against the Caps. Tavares. Lined up by Niskanen. Orpik on the touch. It is a trip. Islanders will have the game's first man advantage. Here it is, Ovechkin taking down Nikolai Kulemin.
Which is always about adjustments. It looks like you're trying to get the pucks back to your point men.
Yeah, you know what? We've had good success in the past, and we get pucks back to our point where we're active in the offensive zone. We're shooting for sticks. He's a good goalie, and that's exactly what we have to do.
How important is last change?
Well, it's important. Obviously, we want to keep 91 against 8 there. We've had some pretty good success there, and they've changed their lineup a little bit. So it's a little bit of cat and mouse, but at the end of the day, it's about these guys at a point.
I saw Jack.
All right, thank you.
Jack Capuano's Islanders 0-6 on the power play in the series. It's brought to you by Ford. Ovechkin for tripping Kulemin at 10:21. Islanders with Tavares, Lee, and Oposo up front. Nielsen and Leddy will play the points. After a second try, they will do it one more time.
I got to tell you, Dougie Wade is one of the better young coaches in the league, and he's just looking at the face-off situations here from the Islander bench, and he's going, just drop the puck, make sure they're square and drop it. And we've had 2 now where they've been dropped, but they've been dropped late. He's getting a little frustrated down here.
So the linesman Scott Cherry getting set. Oposo and Backstrom. Third time's the charm, Pierre.
Yeah, and it worked out for the Islanders.
Here's Leddy. First power play of the game. Franz Nielsen keeps it away from Nicholas Backstrom. Down low for Anders Lee. Back to Nielsen and then Leddy. Leddy watched by Backstrom. Tavares. Spinning away from Carlson. Out to Leddy. Straight away.
No stick for Orpik.
Stuff attempt. Saved by Holtby. Tavares with an opportunity. Blocked by Carlson.
Now no stick for Backstrom.
Right, Backstrom gave Orpik his stick. Franz Nielsen directed out to Tavares. Blocked into the corner. Tavares works it back down to Leddy. 1:10 remaining on the power play for the Islanders. Nielsen. Tavares. Leddy tees one up, and it's blocked by the stickless Backstrom. Held in at the line by Leddy. Now Backstrom to the bench, replaced by Brooks Light, who has a stick. Puck comes around to John Tavares. Leddy. Nielsen cuts to the corner. 45 seconds remaining on the Ovechkin minor. Here is Tavares shooting, and he missed the net to the right. The puck comes all the way around and down. So the Islanders must regroup. Capitals get new bodies on the ice. Down to 30 seconds. Boychuk shoots in. Oh, bounces out in front and is covered very alertly by Braden Holtby.
He's been unflappable for the Capitals. Not a great game 1, but man, oh man, was he good in 3. And then you see just calm, cool, and collected against Saunders Lee. That was when Brooks Orpik didn't have a stick. Lee goes hard to the net. Tavares tries to force a backhand in, but Braden Holtby's been a real story so far here in game number 4.
And by all accounts, Pierre, he was not feeling well during game 1, then sat out game 2. Ryan Strome with the puck. 15 seconds remaining on the Islanders' power play. Wisnowski for Nelson. Boychuk fires one, deflected, save on the Bailey deflection, saved by Holtby. Alsner unable to clear, kept alive by Bailey. Now out to Wisnowski. His shot gets blocked. Blocked by Brouwer. Penalty is over. Ovechkin out of the box. Wisnowski keeps it away from him. 2 shots got through to Holtby on the power play as the Capitals move the puck down ice.
What a chance for Josh Bailey up the setup by Johnny Boychuk with a high slot chip.
4th line on the ice for the Islanders. Here's Martin. Gleason back for the Caps. Lined up by Cizikas. Green moves it up the boards for Ward. And now Backstrom flips it across to Ovechkin. Rolls to Halak, and he will cover with exactly 7 minutes remaining in period 1.
Johnny Boychuk settles it down and sees the stick of 12. Josh Bailey in the high slot. Good opportunity, and again, Braden Holtby fights that off. That's a 3rd or 4th time here in the first period, Kenny. We've seen the Islanders try that chip play from the high slot on Braden Holtby. I think it's all a byproduct of what they're trying to accomplish in terms of getting puck back to the point and blasting away, because it detected not a flaw, but just a simple way of the Capitals defending.
Shot by Carlson, score! Through a screen off the face-off. Capitals lead 1-0.
That was critically important for that team. Face-off win, shot on goal. Carlson, best offensive defenseman the Capitals have. Ovechkin going to the net. That's exactly what the Capitals needed. Good face-off win by Nick Backstrom. Ovechkin going to the net. Backstrom going to the net. Joel Ward there. And there's nothing Jarl Halak can do. He can't see that puck. He needs X-ray vision to see through all those bodies.
Looked like it was deflected by Ovechkin. So for the first time in this series, Pierre, the Capitals take a 1-0 lead.
Quieted the crowd now.
Just after the Islander power play, the Hahn shot deflected wide by Lee. Dumps to straight. In behind the net, it's Lee. Bumps with Carlson. And now Burakovsky will clear the zone for Brouwer. Brouwer shoots in, right side of Halak. Beagle in deep for the Caps. Now it's Burakovsky. Puck kept alive by Beagle. Now Brouwer for Burakovsky. Into the corner, Brouwer lets it go through to Jay Beagle. Net by DeHaan. Niskanen pitching. And his shot is stopped by Halak. Puck played by DeHaan for the Islanders. Under 6 minutes to go, period 1. Capitals with a 1-0 lead. Now the steal by Kuznetsov. Turns and shoots through the crease. Jamera dropping it off, picked off by Bailey. Skated out by Oposo. Stick lifted by Kuznetsov. Islanders stay onside. Capitals back the other way. Here's Johansson. For Jamera's shot, and that gets blocked. It broke the stick of Wisnowski. There's Jamera. Kuznetsov. Dropping it off for Gleason. And that shot gets blocked by Nielsen. And it's cleared ahead by Bailey for Oposo. The goal is credited to Ovechkin on the deflection. Carlson and Backstrom assisting at 13:06. Second of the series for Ovechkin. Here's Gleason in front, deflected by Backstrom. Knocked into the corner. Ovechkin tries to back it off a lot. Hickey followed up by Ward. Oh, big hit by Ovechkin on Wisnowski.
That's a hit from behind.
And then Tavares came in on Ovechkin. Shot stopped by Halak. He's run into by Ward. Halak slow to get up. Puck carried out by Tavares. Capitals really throwing their weight around. They're the heaviest team in the National Hockey League. Couple of big hits on that last shift. And now Tavares and Carlson have words. Ovechkin with the Capitals goal. They lead by 1. Kraft is searching for America's most passionate hockey community. It's down to the Final Four. The winning community will host an NHL preseason game and win $150,000 in arena upgrades. Vote now. Help decide who will score the title of Kraft Hockeyville. Kraft Hockeyville, for the love of hockey. Over the first 3 games, the Capitals led for only 12 minutes, 23 seconds. They have the lead in Game 4 thanks to the deflection by Alex Ovechkin. Islanders have had the only power play so far tonight. Johnny Boychuk moves the puck in deep. Tom Wilson met by Matt Martin. Brooks Light racing over with Boychuk. Orpik hit by Martin. Shots are 10-9 Islanders. Ovechkin with the game's first goal as Carlson shoots in. Off the skate of Light, hit by Boychuk. Michael Latta plays the puck. Out to the left point for Tim Gleason and then Mike Green. Boychuk for the Islanders. Deflected ahead by Oposo. Played at center by Light. Off the skate of Wilson, Capitals offside.
You can sense and feel that the Capitals have a little bit more energy after that Ovechkin deflection goal, Kenny.
Pierre Ovechkin has 4 shots. Backstrom has 3. 7 of the Capitals' 9 here in the first period.
And we go back to Game 1, Ovechkin had 8 shots on goal. He was jumping through the gym. I mean, he's a guy that understands offensive tactics and how to generate offensive opportunities, especially when he plays with Backstrom. There were times early on in this series when he and Evgeny Kuznetsov were playing together. Didn't work out as well as when he plays with Nick Backstrom.
Ovechkin out here with Backstrom and Ward. Islanders have iced the puck, and Jack Capuano told you he wanted the matchup of Tavares against Ovechkin, and that is what we see right here.
Yeah, and I think it's more about Tavares against Nick Backstrom. They're very similar type players. And Johnny Tavares is underrated defensively. And you saw on the first penalty kill for the Capitals, Nick Backstrom getting in the lane without a stick, blocking a shot. He's pretty darn good defensively, too.
Puck played by Backstrom. He now has 5 points in the series. Ward kicks it along to Ovechkin. In behind the net for Joel Ward. Taken away by Calvin DeHaan. He's tripped up. DeHaan continues to battle with Ward. Sends it around to Brian Straight. Long pass deflected in by Ryan Strome. Orpik back for the Caps. Now Backstrom to Ovechkin. Ovechkin, long pass up the left wing. Ward could not handle. Strome on it for the Islanders. 3 minutes to play. First period. Capitals lead 1-0. They trail the series 2-1. Tavares pass intercepted by Oposo. Saved by Holtby.
Second time they try to go high glove on the short side. Holtby just staring him down. He's gobbling those things up like a Pac-Man machine.
Remember, the Islanders scored 3 goals going high glove side on Grubauer in Game 2. Puck knocked down by Chimera. Now Bailey clears to center. Johansson on it for the Caps, and now Alsner. 2.5 to play in the first. Puck deflected into the Islanders zone. Malak will settle it down now for Brock Nelson. Kenny Albert, Pierre Maguire from Nassau Coliseum. Puck winds up in the Islander bench, and that's where you are, Pierre.
I am. And for Kyle Oposo, second really good opportunity. Intercepts his pass by Jason Chimera, and he comes in. This time the puck's not rolling as much, and Great Holtby shuts it down. Mitch Korn, the goalie coach for the Washington Capitol, has done a great job with Braden Holtby. A lot like Mike Bales in Pittsburgh, what he's done with Marc-Andre Fleury, keeping them square and keeping them strong on the short side.
Braden Holtby tied Ole Kozik's franchise record. He won 41 games during the regular season. He started the last 25. 26, including Game 1 of this series, before he sat out Game 2.
And he 73 starts, a lot of starts. That's a lot of starts in this NHL.
He led the league in starts. He was number 1 in shots faced, saves, 5th in goals against average, 7th in save percentage.
Yeah, the Washington Capitol scouting staff, very underrated. They've done some nice things, and there's one of the nice things they've done. Burakovsky, born in Austria, grew up in Malmö, Sweden. We were talking about last year playing with Connor McDavid. In 57 games, Kenny, he had 87 points with Connor McDavid. His dad played a long time ago for a brief period of time with the Ottawa Senators when they were in their infancy in the NHL.
His dad, Robert, originally drafted by the New York Rangers back in 1985. He only retired a couple of years ago. Yep. "23 games for the Senators back in 93-94 for Robert Burakovsky, son Andre, first-round pick of the Capitals in 2013. Here's Niskanen backhanding along to Hahn for the Islanders, away from Kuhlman. Sent back in by Niskanen. Final stages of period one. Alex Ovechkin with the first, and to this point, only goal on the deflection of a John Carlson shot. Tavares with room. Backhands towards the net. Puck is loose, and Burakovsky is on it for the Caps.
Wow, what a creative play by John Tavares. Unbelievable.
Now Orpik is shaken up, Pierre, back behind the plate. Drops his gloves and his stick. He heads right down the tunnel.
Yeah. Yep. And you're talking about a tough hombre there. Johnny Tavares with the great escape ability. You're going to see him working one-on-one, pull away from everybody. As Doc Emmerich likes to say, great conception of a play. And then you see Brooks Orpik. It becomes a maze of players right in front of Braden Holtby. Goes down awkwardly.
So Brooks Orpik, who scored the series winner in this building for the Pittsburgh Penguins 2 seasons ago to eliminate the Islanders in 6, signed as a free agent with the Capitals this past summer.
And Kenny, let's just see what happens here. You'll see Brooks Orpik, 44 coming in. The leg comes out, the skate comes up. Ooh, yeah. That was Kuhlman's skate that came up.
Wow.
But what a play by Tavares to create that.
So Orpik taking a skate to the face. Ice crew has cleaned up the blood. 1:03 remaining in the period. Nielsen and Kuznetsov on the draw. Alsner fires in. Save made by Halak. Boychuk up the boards, not out. Johansson for the Caps. That shot misses the net off the stick of Kuznetsov, and it's cleared ahead by Bailey for Nielsen. Deflected along by Boychuk. Alsner back the other way. Nick Leddy with 35 seconds. Poso, net by Chimera. Niskanen. Now Alsner, shot for 11-10 Islanders. Ovechkin with the only goal. Here comes Clutterbuck, 15 seconds. Clutterbuck with a shot, turn aside, Suzuki scores! On the rebound, we are tied at 1.
Now you got live legs coming off of one bench, and you got slow people coming off the other for the Washington Capitals. Not nearly the response you need. Cal Clutterbuck reads it, cuts to the inside part of the ice. Casey Cizikas is there to jump on a rebound. You talked about the best fourth line in hockey, Kenny. There's another example of it. What a footprint they put on this series so far. Clutterbuck, Cizikas, and Martin.
Third career postseason goal for Casey Cizikas. So the Islanders tie the score late in period one with just 13 seconds remaining. Now some extracurricular activity as the period comes to an end. Cizikas and Ward. Cizikas with the Islander goal. Following the Clutterbuck shot, Leddy the second assist. 19:47 the time. Ovechkin scored for the Caps. Stay tuned for the Lexus Intermission Report with Dave, JR, and Anson. Defensemen are the difference maker, and the Wings strike first. Here at Nassau Coliseum, it's Game 4. Islanders and Caps tied at 1. Stanley Cup playoffs on NBC are brought to you by SAP. Visit NHL.com/stats with insights from SAP. And by Lexus and their pursuit of perfection. Back at Nassau Coliseum, Kenny Albert, Pierre Maguire. We start the second period. Islanders with a late goal from Casey Cizikas in the first. Alex Ovechkin with the Washington goal. Tied at 1. Islanders lead the series 2-1. Brooks Light with the puck for Washington. Out to Carl Alsner. Off the end boards. Comes in front. And Matt Martin will send the puck down into the Capital zone. Pierre Brooks Orpik has returned to the Washington bench.
Yeah, cut in the mouth area. He's back. As we said, he's a tough hombre.
Here's Alsner down the left side. Now Kuhlman controls for the Islanders.
Brooks is waiting to get on the ice right now. He's waiting for Alsner to get off.
Johansson's pass blocked off by Tavares. Now Tavares sends it deep. Straight and Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov plays the puck. For Johansson, his shot gets blocked by Straight. Now Kuznetsov. Knocked to the ice by the Hahn. And the Islanders clear the zone. Tavares line out for the Islanders. Here's Johansson. Romero blocked off in front by DeHaan. And he clears. Orpik on the ice, Pierre. After taking that skate in the mouth late in period 1.
Again, he's one of those guys that's not a strength and violet. Unless a body part's falling off, he's not missing a game.
Ovechkin down low for Joel Ward. Up the boards to Gleason. Wrist shot through a screen. And now Backstrom keeps it alive.
This is a great way to start for the Washington Capitals right now. They're pushing the pace.
The Hogs been out for a while. Chipped ahead by Strome. Deflected, so no icing. Now the Islanders change their defense pairing. Ovechkin met by Cizikas. And Boychuk shoots back in. Just over 2 minutes gone, second period, as Green and Martin collide. Here's Cizikas, who has the Islander goal.
These guys will get you some energy.
Cizikas out to the left point for Nick Leddy. Around to Cal Clutterbuck. And now Matt Martin over his stick. Ward for the Capitals. Cizikas beat him to the puck. Off the side of the net. Chipped ahead by Gleason. And now Ward will skate it out. Ovechkin backhands along. Alon up the right side. Big hit by Wilson. Knocking Boychuk to the ice. Puck carried ahead by Leddy. He was about to be lined up by Niskanen. Now here's Brooks Light. Cutting wide on Boychuk.
Tom Wilson and Clutterbuck behind the play. No call.
Well, Wilson comes charging in with a hit on Franz Nielsen.
Hudson's Bay rules right now. Anything goes. All those things I saw behind the play, those are penalties.
There has been only one penalty called in this game. Only 13 power plays in the series.
So you just hope that the standard stays the same right to the end of the game.
Barely taken down by Wilson. Wilson will go.
They let him go with Clutterbuck. They let him go potentially in a charge, but they're not going to miss the knee or the trip. And Dan O'Halloran's a veteran official. He calls a trip on Tom Wilson. Bailey tries to cut back on him, and you see the knee come out. That's a trip. If his shoulder goes to his chest, that's different. But the principal point of contact is knee on knee.
It is 2 minutes for kneeing. Wilson to the box at 3:32. Second Islander power play.
So they let him get away with that one. The Bears, nothing wrong there. And then eventually the charge, they let him get away with that one. They're not going to let him get away with the knee.
Power play brought to you by Ford. Oposo, Lee, Tavares. With Strome and Leddy. Islanders had 2 shots on their first power play opportunity, could not score. Tavares breaks his stick and Backstrom clears the puck down ice. Backstrom quickly heads to the Capitals bench, replaced by Brooks Light. Good work down low by Jay Beagle on the penalty kill. Opolso comes away with the puck. 4 minutes in, second period, tied at 1. Here's Tavares for Strome. Drops it off for Letty. Here's Tavares with a new stick. Lee back to John Tavares, and then Nick Letty, watched by Brooks Light. Far side to Strome, who has 2 goals in the series. Out to Letty, fires, and now Strome picks up the puck in the corner. Across to Tavares, who scored the overtime winner in Game 3. Out for Letty. A minute to go on the Islanders' power play. Here is Strome, fakes a shot. Stick handles into the corner. Back out for Letty. And now Tavares. Tavares for the circle. Shoots, stick save by Holtby. Knocked down by the glove of Light. Out of the zone. Islanders look to make changes. They are offside.
Now, the one thing for the Islanders, they're getting zone time, but they're not getting a lot of quality chances on goal. And that, you got to give a lot of credit to the Washington Capitals and what they've come up with for Jack Capuano. They're going to have to find a way to break through on a power play, Kenny. They're 0 for the series to date with 43 seconds left to go on this power play.
This is their 8th power play of the series. 40 seconds remaining as Niskanen fires into the Islander zone. Wisnowski starts up ice. Onto the stick of Nielsen. Nielsen lost the puck. Ball's there for the Caps. Over the stick of Boychuk and down into the Islander end. 20 seconds remaining on the Wilson minor.
The role players for Washington are so good. Chimera, Beagle, Light, Brower, they understand their roles.
There's Nielsen. Now Bailey with a shot. And it's knocked out of play by the goal stick of Holtby.
So strong on the corners. Again, Braden Holtby. We saw it twice in the first period against Kyle Oposo, and you see it this time against the streaking Josh Bailey. Coming down with speed. He's going to get the puck. And just look at the position. You're not beating that guy short side. He's just heating up all that net. That's really good technical goaltending, again, from Braden Holtby. It's not just a player attacking. You have to be aware of where the other players are, and Holtby knew there was no other outlet or possibility except a shot on net.
Wisnowski across. Thomas Hickey. Tavares spanned on it. Penalty is over. Wilson out of the box. 3 shots for the Islanders. During their second power play, they are 0 for 2. Tavares spinning on Niskanen. Lost the puck to Chimera. Here's Wilson leading the rush. Beagle cutting to the net. So is Chimera. And it's blocked off in front. Great play by Wisnowski. He gets streamrolled by Wilson, who will head back to the penalty box. And now Hickey ties up Wilson. That's the second big hit on Wisnowski, who went to the locker room on Sunday, Pierre, for a concussion test. He was out with a concussion earlier in the season, and he just got leveled by Tom Wilson.
Well, Ovechkin got him in the first period from behind. Where Wilson gets himself into trouble is he jumps in the air, I believe, Kenny. And Wisnowski, who played for four times through the Slovaks in the Olympics, a veteran player, has been around the league a long time. Wilson just waylays him. And you know what? He did not leave his feet. But the puck's not there, and he gets him up high, shoulder to the face. Now, if Wisnowski bends down or hunches over, that's not Wilson's fault. But you look at it, Wisnowski's standing up. So Wisnowski's not putting himself in peril there. He's just trying to make a play on the puck. The shoulder pad of Wilson got him right in the face. And that's why he's got the towel in his mouth.
Wisnowski, 38 years of age, is the oldest Islander to ever play in the postseason. He draws the penalty, so Wilson never made it to the bench. He came out of the box, was on the ice for 22 seconds, and goes right back in for charging.
Well, I can tell you right now, Michael Latta has come over here, and the Islander bench has told him, we're not going to waste our time with you. You tell your star players to be ready. If that's what you're going to do, tell your stars to be ready. And so the intimidation part of this series is kicking in. It's high octane, Kenny.
Wisnowski heading down the tunnel to the Islander locker room. Wilson in the box. Third power play for the Islanders. Opolso, Lee, and Tavares with Nielsen and Letty. Puck comes to Letty on the right point. Nielsen In front for Lee, could not connect. Tipped ahead by Orpik. Tavares. Down low for Lee. Knocked down by Orpik, able to work the puck out for Nielsen. And then across to Tavares. Here's Leddy. Nielsen. Leddy watched by Backstrom.
They need a right-hand shot where Nielsen is, so it's a one-time chance. Him being a lefty is not a one-time chance. It's a problem.
Tavares, wrist shot, blocked by the stick of Orpik. Comes to Nielsen. Oposo sets up Leddy.
There's the right-hander. That's what you need.
Oposo shoots, blocked in front. Backstrom can't clear. Good play by Leddy to hold in. A minute 10 remaining on the power play for the Islanders. Their third of the game. Tavares shoots, saved by Holtby. Knocked into the corner by Orpik. And he will clear down. Both teams make changes. Puck could not be handled by Leddy. So Brouwer kills some time. Now Johnny Boychuk for the Islanders. Backs it up. Islanders have Nelson, Bailey, and Strome on the ice in a 1-1 game. Strome deflects it along, knocked down by Niskanen. And now Brouwer back for Niskanen, and then Alsner fires into the Islanders zone for Light. Down to 25 seconds on the third Islander power play.
It's a picture that won't go away. The effectiveness of the Washington Capitals penalty kill is fantastic.
Boychuk softly into the corner. Niskanen back. And Niskanen clears. The lock plays the puck, keeps it away from Ward. Final seconds of the Wilson penalty. Puck comes in front and Nielsen skates it out of trouble. Wilson returns. That's 2 shots on the third power play for the Islanders. 7 in all on their 3 power play opportunities, but they could not beat Holtby. Capitals have not had a power play opportunity in the game tonight. Ovechkin and Cizikas, the goal scorers in the first period. Washington lost Orpik to a skate cut. He has returned. Visnovsky in the Islander locker room. Islanders also without Travis Hamonic, one of their top defensemen who has not played in the series. As Clutterbuck sends it deep for Martin. Oh, he's hit by Green. Shot by Cizikas, knocked down by Holtby.
Shows you how strong Mike Green is there. Man, oh man. Oh, that's a penalty for Green. He knew Clutterbuck was coming. He put it up and over the glass.
Now Gleason over to have words with Cal Clutterbuck. So Clutterbuck causes the penalty. It's a delay of game on Green. 4th Islander power play upcoming.
You know, when you're playing against Martin, Clutterbuck, and Cizikas, they're going to put physical pressure on you. Clutterbuck closes. Green knows he's coming, so he moves the puck quickly up and over the glass to lay a game to Mike Green.
4th Islander power play. 0 for 3 with 7 shots tonight. 0 for 9 in the series. Leddy fires, glove save by Holtby.
And if you're going to do that, what Leddy just did, you got to make sure their body's in front. Franz Nielsen can't get pushed out of the way. You got to post up in there and hang in. I mean, you can't be drifting over there. If that's going to be your playoff or face-off, you got to hang tight. I'm sure Anson Carter and Jeremy Roenick are sitting in the studio going, "Get to the net, boys. Screen out Holtby." Holtby's seeing those shots too easily.
Shot off the draw by Boychuk, blocked by Beagle, winds up in the Islander bench.
And that's going to leave a mark. Jay Beagle's going to have to come off. Johnny Boychuk doesn't just have a fast shot, he's got a heavy shot. And he got it all. He grips it and he rips it, put right into the wheelhouse, and Jay Beagle fearlessly gets in the lane, and he knows that's going to hurt.
Johnny Boychuk, who has led the Islanders in ice time in the first 3 games of this series. Puck lifted out on the backhand by Brooks Light.
The grit factor for the Capitals in this game has been phenomenal. They deserve a ton of credit just hanging in here. Everything's been stacked against them because of the penalties.
Shots are 20-13 Islanders. Score remains 1 apiece. Leddy for Boychuk. Boychuk shoots and that deflects wide. Looks like it may have hit the netting. Carlson fires around and down.
Everything's to the outside, Kenny. for the Islanders, and that's again because of the discipline of the Capitals.
We approach 1 minute remaining on the fourth Islander power play as Boychuk shoots in. Kamara backhands ahead down into the Islander zone. Boychuk and Ward. Hickey moves the puck ahead to Anders Lee. Lee puts on the brakes, wheels it around to the near corner for Strome. Now Bailey back for Lee. Left point for Hickey. Now Boychuk. Hickey. Half minute to go on the power play. Boychuk watched by Ward.
Usually Wisnowski would be out here, not Hickey.
Wisnowski took that hard hit from Wilson, so he remains in the Islander locker room. Here's Strome. Strome, wrist shot. And Niskanen able to control for the Caps. And that will just about do it for this fourth Islander power play. Out of the box, Green. Islanders 0 for 4. They had 2 shots. Capitals number 1 on the power play during the regular season have not had an opportunity tonight. Islanders offside.
Coach, 4 penalties in a row. Your penalty killing's been great. How do you explain it?
Well, there's a lot of commitment there. A lot of guys all over the ice are committing. You know, we got to get in front of shots, and they're doing that. And you know, we got to stay out of the box. It's not getting my best players on the ice, and we're killing a lot of our guys here. So we got to stay disciplined and start playing over there.
Thanks very much, Coach.
All right.
How important is this game for the Washington Capitals? Well, Matt Niskanen said it is our biggest game of the year. We must steal one on the road. 2-2 is a lot different than 3-1.
Well, I think you have to give a lot of credit to the grit guys for the Capitals. They have sold out, just like the coach said. They've come in here with a steely approach, and it's working for them so far.
Islanders have had 4 power plays. They have not been able to score with the man advantage. Ovechkin on a deflection to the Caps, and then Cizikas late in period 1 tied the game. Islanders lead the series 2-1. Orpik with a long shot, blocker down by Halak. Kuhlman ties up Ovechkin along the boards, bouncing puck, Carlson to Ovechkin, and he shoots wide. Orpik holds in. Gets past Ovechkin. He was tied up by Kuhlman. Chipped ahead by Leddy for Tavares, and he moves the puck out.
Got some tired Islanders right now, and Capitals are changing.
Long change in the second period. Leddy, long pass ahead for Tavares. Oposo. Cutting wide. Shoots, kicked out by Holtby, and then Bailey could not control the rebound. Here's Burakovsky through center. 8 minutes to go, period 2, as Green shoots in. Behind the Islander net. Up ahead for Bailey. Ryan straight, backhands along. Turned out by Gleason. Here's Green to Chimera. He's shouldered by DeHaan.
Remember, the Islanders are playing with 5 defensemen because of the injury to Wisnowski.
Islanders have iced the puck. We want to see the Stanley Cup playoffs from your perspective. Whether you're at the game, at the bar, or at home, share your experiences with the hashtag MyPlayoffsMoment.
And if he's out for a long period of time in this series, you have to think that Griffin Reinhart, the 4th overall pick of the 2012 draft, will get the call.
Here's Beagle. Beagle throws it back out. Niskanen with a shot. Now Light knocked into the boards. The battle continues. Straight comes in. Nielsen there as well. Light works the puck free. Out for a shot by Olsner, and that gets blocked by Franz Nielsen. Oposo unable to clear out on pressure from Olsner.
Too cute. Sometimes you just have to chip it out in the neutral zone, get it out, and get it changed.
Under 7 minutes to play, second period. Kenny Albert, Pierre McGuire from Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, Long Island. Puck kept in the zone this time by Light, but now the Islanders will settle things down as Straight moves it into the Washington end. No icing as Alsner plays the puck back to Matt Niskanen. Tyler Kennedy is pulled over by Tom Wilson. Niskanen deflects the puck ahead. Niskanen and Lee. Niskanen can't clear. Nelson knocks it down. Here's Kennedy out for Leddy. Leddy shoots and that deflects wide.
Remember, Leddy usually plays the left side because of a left-hand shot, playing on the right side because of that injury to Wisnowski.
Right, he's out with Hickey. Hickey usually Wisnowski's partner. Halak backhands ahead. It's knocked down by Lada. And he could not connect with Wilson. Here comes Clutterbuck for a streaking Cizikas. Cizikas shoots, stick save, rebound. Hickey is stopped. Good opportunities for the Islanders. And it all started with Cizikas, who has the Islander goal. Cizikas keeps it alive with his skates.
He's a little engine that can. Not could, but can.
And then what a hit by Martin. Lada comes in to say hello to Matt Martin. There's Johnny Boychuk. He fires one and a pad save by Holtby, and then Lada clears. This Islander fourth line continues to throw hit after hit every time they're out on the ice. And the crowd keeps getting louder. Ovechkin moves it into the corner. Jahan quickly ahead for Strome. Drops it off for Tavares. Tavares shoots, and it's turned aside by Holtby.
What a save. What a save.
Fans on their feet here at Nassau Coliseum. Late second period, tied at 1. Tonight at 9:30 on NBCSN. Game 4, Predators and Blackhawks. Next on USA, Canucks and Flames. Game 4. Tomorrow, NBCSN. Game 4, Rangers and Penguins. And on USA, Canadiens and Senators. Islanders with 25 shots on Braden Holtby. They are out-shooting the Capitals 12-4 in this period, thanks in large part to 3 power play. The Ovechkin unit up against the Tavares unit. Boychuk hit by Ovechkin. Puck comes out to Nicholas Backstrom. Blocked off by Tavares. Ovechkin into the corner. Up the boards it comes. And it's cleared out by Ryan Strome.
Pucks are bouncing around a lot. You got to be really solid on it right now at this time in the second period.
There's Backstrom for Ovechkin. Glove save by Halak.
Not sure he got all of this one, Kenny. It goes to what we were just talking about with the pucks. He gets it on goal. Good job on the forecheck by Joel Ward. And then Ovechkin just launches it. That's a pretty routine save. Not nearly as much pepper on it as it jumps up in here. You can see it fluttering towards goal. Usually Ovechkin in that situation, that thing's humming.
Yaroslav Halak, 12 games with the Capitals last season. Set an Islander franchise record with 38 victories this year. Oposo and Kuznetsov. Puck control by Franz Nielsen around Alsner. Has Bailey on his left. Gets it to him and a save by Holtby. Puck cleared down by Chimera. Hickey racing back for the Islanders. Another huge save by Braden Holtby. Counts it out 26-15 Islanders. Here's Nielsen again. Bailey with a shot. Another save by Holtby. Niskanen and Oposo. Niskanen up the boards for Chimera. And now Kuznetsov sends down. Jahan back to play the puck. Up the right side for Bailey. Gleason taken down by Kennedy. Islanders are offside.
Franz Nielsen, the Dane, with a great burst of speed around Carl Alsner. And Bailey's going to drive to the net. You see Nielsen with that burst, chip, chase, and win the race. Bailey with his stick on the ice. He just can't elevate. He's in too tight, going too fast. Great play by Nielsen and a real nice response by Braden Holtby. Kenny, Josh Bailey, when he was playing with Junior, played in Owen Sound with Wayne Simmons and played in Windsor with Taylor Hall. Two pretty good line mates.
First round draft pick of the Islanders. Here's Burakovsky for the Capitals, dropping it off for Green. Sends it front, nice play by the Hahn. And Kennedy will clear for Lee. And now Nelson. Taken off the puck by Brouwer. Lee for Nelson once again. Burakovsky up the other way, and now Green will skate ahead with the puck. 2.5 to play, second period. Islanders and Capitals, game 4, tied at 1. Here's Leddy with speed. And there's Lee with a drive, and it's gobbled up by Holtby.
That's Eden Prairie to the diner right there. Talking about Nick Leddy gaining the line and moving the puck to the Edina man, Anders Lee. Good burst of speed by Leddy. Anders Lee takes the puck and drives it on goal. Played for a pretty good coach in high school, Kurt Giles, who was a real serviceable NHL defenseman, Kenny. Anders Lee did.
Minnesota North Stars, New York Rangers, Kurt Giles. Anders Lee, 25 goals during the regular season, 4th among rookies. Ovechkin and Boychuk. Ovechkin to the puck. Knocked down in the corner by Boychuk. Here's Baxter battling with Leddy. Ovechkin with the puck. Deflects out to Ryan Strome. Kuhlman for Strome. Tries the return, but Kuhlman gets knocked down by Orpik. It was Kuhlman's skate that cut Orpik back in the first period. Ovechkin for Ward. He fires wide.
That change by the Islanders. They were lucky there.
Islanders back the other way to Barris. 90 seconds remaining in the period. Clutterbuck and Orpik. Brouwer for Backstrom. Brouwer hit by Martin, lost his helmet. Here's Niskanen. Straight. Here's the helmetless Brouwer. Brouwer keeps it away from Tavares. Out to Carl Alsner. And now Niskanen. Here's Netsov for the wrist shot. That's blocked by the stick of Hickey and deflects out of play.
That's a good job by Thomas Hickey coming out in man-to-man coverage against Evgeny Kuznetsov. Well, Matt Martin's been a physical force this entire season, but in particular in this series, you can ask Troy Brouwer and many other Washington Capitals players. And how about Alexander Ovechkin and Johnny Boychuk? An evolving storyline that really started here in game number 3. Matt Martin got nicked on the nose with a stick in the first period.
Here, the last 7 seasons, either Matt Martin or Cal Clutterbuck, one of the two, has led the league in hits during the regular season for 7 straight years.
And Matt Martin's a better player than you think. It's not just hitting. When he was playing junior, he played with Steven Stamkos and Sarnia, and they were tremendous together. And he created a lot of room for Steven Stamkos too, Kenny.
He scored 8 goals this year. In fact, that line combined for 24 during the regular season. They have 2 in this series. Clutterbuck and now Cizikas. Under a minute to play, second period. Brooks Life with the puck for the Capitals. Out to Mike Green. Now Chimera. Beagle out in front, but Chimera is tied up by Leddy. 40 seconds remaining. Leddy with a block on the Chimera attempt. Raposo around Chimera. And then knocked off the puck by Niskanen. Good play
by Niskanen.
There's Light. Green moving in, shoots, and it deflects just wide. Malak, left side of his goal, covers with 22.4 seconds remaining.
Well, the New York Islanders have Nick Leddy, and the Washington Capitals have a pretty darn good player in Matty Niskanen. 2 kids from the state of Minnesota. Foot race situation with his Minnesotan friend Oposo puts him down. And it's not just that, Kenny. He gets up, he recognizes the play, move his feet, then the long stretch pass, creating an opportunity for Brooks Lake, who will drop it back to Mike Green. I think that's just great hockey from Matt Niskanen.
Final 15 seconds of period 2. Boychuk wrapped up by Ward. Ovechkin chasing after the puck. 5 seconds. Kuhlman and Orpik bump. Second period comes to an end. Islanders had 3 power plays in the period, could not score. They are outshooting the Capitals 28-16, 15-6 in period 2. Stay tuned for the Discover Card. Second intermission with Dave, JR, and Anson. Red Wings look to take control. Can the Canucks overcome the loss of Alex Burrows? That's coming up on the Discover Intermission Report. 40 minutes in the books here at Nassau Coliseum. Ovechkin and Cizikas with the goals. 4 Islander power plays. We are tied at 1. The Stanley Cup playoffs on NBC are brought to you by Honda, official vehicle of the National Hockey League. We start the third period at Nassau Coliseum. Kenny Albert, Pierre Maguire. Game 4. Islanders lead the series 2-1. Ovechkin and Cizikas with the goals tonight. Lubomir Visnovsky has not returned to the Islander bench. Taken up on a hit from Tom Wilson in period 2. Islanders have had all 4 of the power plays in tonight's game. Puck carried out by Matt Martin as the Islanders start the period with their very effective 4th unit on the ice. In this series, the Capitals have outscored the Islanders in the third period 3-1. Islanders have the edge in the first and the second. Tavares with a shot turned aside by Holtby. Another shot by Tavares misses the net. Johansson clears the puck ahead. 2-on-2. Kuznetsov blocked by Boychuk. Deflects out of play.
This just shows you how unflappable Braden Holtby is. He doesn't even flinch. This is one of the better offensive players in the league. Gobbles that one up, puts it away from danger, he thinks, and then just tracks it. That's just tremendous goaltending. You don't see him rattled. You don't see him scrambling around, flopping around. He's just so solid in goal, Braden Holtby.
John Tavares now with 4 shots on goal. Ovechkin 5, bats from 4. They have tied for 9 of the 16, now 10 of the 17 cap shots as Deadlock makes the save on Ovechkin. Puck kept alive by Joel Ward. Ovechkin setting up in front. Now to the left point for Orpik. Early third period, tied at 1. Alexander Ovechkin cuts away from Nick Leddy. And then gives it away to Ryan Strome. Puck was deflected, no icing. Carlson for Washington. Orpik to Johansson. 3 Islanders back. Tamara tried the return off the skate of Johansson. Islanders clear. 2 minutes in, third period, here on Long Island. Long pass off the stick of Chimera. Chimera leaving for Johansson. This is Mike Green around Bailey. Green still with the puck. Now shoots, blocked in front by DeHaan. Here comes Nielsen, 3-on-2 for the Islanders. Oposo with a drive and a save by Holtby.
It's going to be tough for the Islanders because you got guys that usually play the right on the left and guys that play the left playing on the right because of the injury. Nielsen distributes a puck. Oposo tees it high, lets it fly. And again, no rebound opportunity for Frans Nielsen because of the impeccable goaltending of Braden Holtby.
Holtby has stopped 29 of 30 Islanders shots.
And this is what I'm talking about right now. Hickey's playing on the left side where he belongs, but Leddy's playing on the right. This is a hard thing to do if you don't do it very often.
Puck deflected out, no penalty. And Pierre is referring to the loss of Visnovsky. Islanders also without Travis Hamonic, who has not played in the series. Visnovsky injured during the second period. Islanders down to 5 defensemen. Brock Nelson, Michael Latta, neutral zone draw. Islanders won game 1, 4-1. Capitals took game 2, 4-3. Islanders 2-1 in overtime in game 3 on Sunday on a John Tavares goal just 15 seconds in. Sixth fastest overtime goal in Stanley Cup playoff history. Matt Niskanen knocked off the puck. Brock Nelson out to Nick Leddy. Nelson shoved off the puck by Alsner. And it's cleared out by Brooks Light. We've played 3 minutes here in the third. Islanders and Capitals deadlocked at 1.
Hey, the one thing I'll tell you, the Islanders are playing with fire. They're overhandling the puck, trying to be too cute. They're going to turn it over in a bad spot. The Capitals will counterattack. They got to start getting pucks deep at them. Plays like that. That's a turnover. Now they can go and engage their forecheck, Washington.
Casey Cizikas deep in the Islander zone. He has the Islander goal tonight. Cal Clutterbuck on goal. Holtby moves it up the right side for Green. He is steamrolled by Cizikas. Martin out to the left point. DeHaan with a shot. Now Cizikas looking for it. Misses the net. DeHaan fires. Blocked by Brouwer. Cizikas on the puck. Out to Boychuk. The air will sound like a broken record. Yet another very effective shift by the Islanders' fourth unit.
They won't go away. These guys are ever present and omnipresent every single time they're on the ice.
Shot now 32-17 Islanders. Holtby has stopped the last 19 thrown his way. Green shoots it away from Tavares. Joel Ward backhands down. Ovechkin chasing with straight. More chance of can you hear us with Ovechkin on the ice.
Yeah, but no Boychuk on the ice because of the defense situation.
Shot by Backstrom, blocked by Hickey, deflects out of play. We can hear them, Pierre.
And Casey Cizikas right into Mike Green. Give Mike Green a lot of credit from the Wendy's RoboCan. He stands up and takes a hit to make a play. And there's that opportunity for Cizikas. He engaged it at the beginning with the forecheck, and then the point shot by Calvin DeHaan. Juicy rebound. Casey Cizikas just can't control it.
Cizikas scored the Islander goal with 13 seconds remaining in the first. Capitals had the lead for nearly 7 minutes after an Ovechkin deflection. Nielsen and Backstrom. Backstrom wins the draw to Brooks Orpik. Flies to his right, now hands over to Backstrom. Into the corner for Ovechkin. Nielsen gets a stick in front of Ward. Backstrom keeps it in the zone.
There's one of those turnovers, Kenny. That's got to be hard and out, especially against the top line of the Caps.
Off the skate of Nielsen, played by Joel Ward. Now it's Nicholas Backstrom. Good possession time by the Caps in the Islander zone. Backstrom turns and shoots through the crease. And now the puck rolls down into the Washington end. Both teams make changes. (1-1), third period, game 4. Puck knocked ahead by Brock Nelson. Islanders have iced it. We go inside the glass, presented by Progressive Insurance with Pierre.
Well, thanks a lot, Kenny. We're talking about impact players in this game. John Tavares doing a great job for the New York Islanders. His creativity, so fantastic. This is a great save by Braden Holtby in the second period. And how about Nick Backstrom? There's a reason why these guys are at the top of the point list. They're creative, they're smart, and they make plays happen.
Six minutes in, third period. Shot for 42-25 Islanders in game 3. Similar story tonight, 32-17. 4-1 Islanders here in the third. Puck deflects to the netting behind Yaroslav Halak. Game 4, tied at 1. 2015 Stanley Cup playoffs presented by Geico. Thirteenth consecutive sellout crowd here at Nassau Coliseum. Islanders, Capitals, even at 1. Another face-off win, Pierre, by Jay Beagle. He is now 11-2 in the game on draws. And this is Beagle with the puck. Islander penalty coming up. Capitals will go on their first power play. Extra skater on for Washington. All set up by the Beagle face-off win. And rush into the zone. Long shot goes wide off the stick of Ovechkin. Touch is made by DeHaan. It is a hold. Washington to the man advantage. Anders Lee to the box.
And you made a really good point about the face-off win and Jay Beagle. The gritty guys for the Capitals have really brought it here tonight. Jay Beagle around Anders Lee, and there's the hold by Anders Lee as he gets beat up the boards by the hard-working and industrious Jay Beagle. Remember the shot block? Jeremy and Anson were talking about it after the second period. Remember the shot block by Jay Beagle, hobbled off. His speed didn't look affected there, did it, Kenny?
Certainly did not. So he wins the face-off, draws the penalty. Lead for holding at 6:40. Capitals 1 for 6 in the series. They have the number 1 power play in the NHL during the regular season, and they will set it up with 4 forwards: Ovechkin, Backstrom, Johansson, and Brouwer, along with Paulson.
And everything starts and finishes with 19. If the 19's on it, Backstrom, their power play is really good.
Backstrom in the regular season led the league in power play assists. Ovechkin led the league with 25 power play goals.
Here's one adjustment they have him playing down low, not in the hash mark. Down low, so there are more options for him to pass.
Here's Brouwer. Backstrom whips it out to Carlson. Backstrom, who has a goal in 2 straight games. Brouwer for Carlson, saved by Halak. Loose in front, Nielsen knocked out Ovechkin. Stopped by Halak. Backstrom with the puck, cuts away from Kuhlman. Drops it off for a shot, blocked by Nielsen off the stick of Brouwer. Here's Carlson for Backstrom, under a minute to go on the Islander penalty. Carlson to Ovechkin. Back to John Carlson, and now Nicholas Backstrom. Ovechkin, Boychuk on him. Here's Brouwer. Down low for Johansson, and now Backstrom, right wing circle. Shot by Carlson, blocked in front. Ovechkin with the puck. Carlson, 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Ovechkin in front, and Halak has it. On the deflection by Johansson.
Oh my goodness gracious, what a save by Jarno Halak. Everybody's expecting Ovechkin to blast this thing. He doesn't. Slick pass by Ovechkin to Marcus Johansson on the back door, and Halak eats it up. There's Nicky Backstrom over to Ovechkin. Everybody's expecting the shot. You see Boychuk go down, and Jarno Halak just rips it out of the air. Johansson doesn't get good wood on it, but watch Halak just stretch out.
Ovechkin to the bench. Chance of defense from the crowd at Nassau Coliseum. 25 seconds remaining on the power play for Washington. Capitals control. It's Niskanen. Kuznetsov. Back out for Niskanen. Now to the far side for a shot blocked by Straight. Here comes Clutterbuck with Cizikas. Clutterbuck shoots off the crossbar. Short-handed opportunity for Clutterbuck. Back the other way, Burakovsky. And he misses the net wide. Tremendous chances on both ends. Penalty has expired. Kuznetsov stopped by Halak. And Boychuk fires down. This will be an icing call against the Islanders. They kill off the Washington power play. 11:02 on the clock, third period.
Well, what an opportunity for Cal Clutterbuck. Stops, pops, off the bar. And after it hits the bar, oh, what an opportunity for Casey Cizikas. We're getting chances at both ends. That's fun to watch. The crowd was holding their breath, Kenny.
Tremendous save by Halak on Johansson on the power play, and then Clutterbuck hits the crossbar at the other end. Cizikas and Light to face it off. Light wins the draw back to Carlson. Wrist shot deflects wide. Comes out to Orpik, and now Beagle over his stick. Under 11 minutes remaining in regulation, tied at 1. Puck comes out of the zone. Capitals offside. As Light comes over and shoves Clutterbuck, who made contact with Orpik after the whistle.
The benches become shorter for the Capitals. We're not seeing a lot of Wilson. We're not seeing a lot of Lada. And for Barry Trotz, his guys are digging deep. This has been basically a 4-line attack for the Islanders, and they had easier minutes because of all those power plays in the second period.
Rare face-off loss by Beagle. Just now 32-22. Capitals have the last 5. Brock Nelson moves it around. Far corner and straight. Pitching. Connor Kennedy over for the Islanders. Back behind the net, Anders Lee. Nelson fanned on the shot. Kept in his own by Straight. Nelson lost his helmet in a collision. Capitals clear the zone. 10 minutes remaining in the third. Ovechkin and Cizikas with the goals in Game 4. Niskanen. Pass picked off by Boychuk. Boychuk with a drive, and that's blocked by Orpik. Centering pass, and Niskanen knocked it into the corner.
He was playing guilty on that one. That was not a good turnover by Matt Niskanen.
Now Tavares behind the Washington net for Strome. Ryan Strome back down low for Tavares. Cuts away from Orpik. Tavares in front, but Strome was tied up by Backstrom.
Oh, what a play by Nick Backstrom. Saved the goal.
Here comes Niskanen up ice. Just over 9 minutes remaining. Calvin DeHaan for the Islanders. Capitals have Kuznetsov, Johansson, Ward heading to the bench. Tamara jumps out. For the Islanders, Bailey, Oposo, Cizikas. Kyle Oposo with the puck. Keeps it away from Kuznetsov. Backhands in behind the net, away from Cizikas. Played by Carlson. Carlson backhands out. Ryan Straight in his own zone. Up for Matt Martin, just off the bench. Martin puts on the brakes. Kuznetsov plays the puck. Down into the Islanders zone with 8:20 to play. Here's Leddy. Blocked by the forechecking Light. Over to Hickey. Deflected along by Martin. Martin and Gleason battle in front of the Washington bench.
Gleason won't let him go.
Now Green with the puck, backhands in. Under 8 on the clock, third period as Halak keeps the puck away from Light. Boychuk for lead. Has Kennedy breaking, could not get it to him.
Rare shift for Lada and Wilson. Barry Trotz knows his guys need a little bit of a spell.
And they have to stay on the ice as the Capitals ice the puck.
Yes. Interesting to see if they call a timeout here. Tavares is right over the boards quick with Strome and Kuhlman. And usually it's Nick Backstrom on the ice against the top line of the New York Islanders. It's power on power. And what a play by Nick Backstrom right here with Ryan Strome going hard to the net. He wanted a hook call. That's just old-fashioned hockey right there.
Here's Strome with a shot. Missed the net high. Nielsen's shot gets blocked. Strome. Now Gahan for Tavares. Tavares out to the point. Boychuk. And now a save by Holtby on Tavares. Kuhlman with the puck.
This is all off and icing.
Ryder Wilson still on the ice for the Caps. Tavares puts a move on Gleason. And now Latta will clear. Capitals make a change. 7 minutes remaining. Third period. Tied at 1 in game 4. Orpik up the left side. Deflected in by Brouwer. Gahan for the Islanders. Up the boards and out. Over the stick of Orpik. Brouwer for Carlson. Carlson wrists one in. And the glove save by Halak with 6:37 to play in Uniondale. Big minutes once again for Leddy and Boychuk of the Islanders. Boychuk, their ice time leader in each of the first 3 games, and the Islanders lost Lubomir Visnovsky in the second period to an injury on the hit from Tom Wilson, so they played with 5 defensemen ever since. 6:37 remaining. Islanders control the draw. Straight, pressured by Jamera. Puck held in by Johansson. And now Martin will carry out. Cizikas. Left side of the Capitals goal. Alsner for Niskanen. He's rammed into by Martin. Clutterbuck works the puck free. Out to Cizikas, blocked by Alsner.
What a play by Alsner, taking away the space of Cizikas.
Now Niskanen shouldered by Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck after Kuznetsov. Capitals clear the puck down with 6 minutes to go in regulation.
They're just not fun to play against that line.
No.
They're just no fun to play against.
There's Carlson. Kuhlman first one in. Nicholas Backstrom for John Carlson. Has Ovechkin on his left. Drops it off for Ovechkin and then across. Looking for Ward. Tavares got a stick in. Backstrom. Backstrom battles with Kuhlman, who clears down. No icing. 5.5 to play.
Those star players get defense, don't they? Backstrom and Tavares. They're not just great offensively, they're really responsible defensively.
Nelson. Oposo. Oposo puts the cut around Green. Takes him hard to the boards. Nelson in front looking for Bailey. Now Hickey misses the net. 5 minutes remaining. Hickey moving in from the point. And the puck is cleared out by Brouwer. Gathered in by Gahan. Here's Hickey. Backhands in. A bouncer and Holtby forced to make the save. Down to 4:46 remaining. Game 4 tied at 1. The Stanley Cup playoffs are presented by Geico. Crowd going wild here at Nassau Coliseum. Islanders 4th line right back on the ice. The Islanders have 45 hits, 17 by Martin, Clutterbuck, Cizikas. They have also scored the lone Islander goal. Straight with a shot. Missing the net to the left. Sent around by Carlson. Held in by Hickey. Blocked in front by Orpik. Now Cizikas. Lined up by Carlson. Carlson with the puck. Clutterbuck. Now Orpik racing over. The battle continues along the boards. And the Capitals work the puck out.
Those are just unbelievably difficult shifts. Hard and intense.
Another hit by Martin on Niskanen. Brouwer. Ovechkin back on the ice, and Brouwer gets hit hard by Boychuk. Boychuk sends the puck out. Under 4 minutes remaining in regulation, tied at 1.
Kenny, with all due respect, you're in overtime now. You got to play this on both sides like you're in overtime.
Backstrom and Tavares. Niskanen to Alsner. Here's Joel Ward. Spins away from Letty. Out to the left point, Alsner. And then Ovechkin. Ovechkin whips it out, but Backstrom could not hold in. Both teams made changes with 3:20 on the clock, third period.
And you see how quick the shifts are. They'll be 30 to 35 seconds max. That's how intense this is right now.
Here comes Kuznetsov. Halak moves it into the corner. Johansson is on it for the Caps. Calvin DeHaan and Mike Green. Puck played by Brian Strait with under 3 remaining. Knocked down by Chimera. And then Strait clears down. Bouncing puck, Islanders offside.
That had backspin on it. Oposo had a beat on it, but it had backspin on it. Put him offside. See the puck come down and watch it backspin, puts him offside. That'd be good when you play a golf tournament, not a hockey game.
Or tennis.
Yeah.
Neutral zone draw. Cizikas and Beagle. 2:48 to play. Both goals coming in the first period. Ovechkin and Cizikas. Boychuk looking around. Saw Burakovsky coming. Cizikas with the puck and then Martin. Alsner and Clutterbuck. Cizikas comes in. Now Burakovsky. And Niskanen carries out. Letty up the boards. Burakovsky for the Caps. Keeps it away from Tavares. Backstrom down low for Brouwer. Backstrom had trouble with the puck. Tavares over for the Islanders. Up the boards and down. Icing, Islanders, 1:59 to play.
Long shift for Clutterbuck. He's left out there. They got Tavares on to be against Backstrom. Clutterbuck is searching for some air right now, really gasping for air.
Backstrom with Ovechkin and Ward. Face off to the left of Halak. Ovechkin shot blocked. And the Islanders clear. And now Clutterbuck will hustle off. Here comes Ovechkin. Now Backstrom. Puck deflects out of play with 1:42 remaining. Third period. Game 4 tied at 1.
Now Mike Green, you're looking for some offense. Mike Green comes out with Matti Niskanen right now. Usually that's Carl Alsner playing with Niskanen. We saw this in Game 3. Mike Green played a role on the only capital goal. Todd Reardon, the assistant coach, put Green on the ice for an offensive zone faceoff. Well, another one right now.
Backstrom wins the draw. Ovechkin with the puck. Ovechkin shoots, and that's blocked by Nielsen. Nicholas Backstrom keeps it away from Oposo. DeHaan in the corner. Around to the far side for Nielsen with 1:25. Nielsen will backhand down. Green gathers it in. Niskanen. Deep into the Islanders zone. It's DeHaan. Johansson on the forecheck. Oposo plays the puck. He gets bottled up by Chimera. One minute remaining in the third. Puck came out of the zone. Capitals offside.
Here's a big reason why we're 1-1, and what a save he made on the only Capitals power play. Ovechkin over to Marcus Johansson. Halak ripped the puck out of the air.
When these teams last met in the playoffs, 1993, games 3 and 4 both went to overtime. Ray Ferraro scored the winner in both games. Game 3 of this series went to overtime. It was John Tavares. Down to 40 seconds. Islanders can't get it out. Carlson with a wrist shot. And now Clutterbuck clears. Martin with Cizikas. Down to 30. Puck deep in the Washington zone. 25 to play. There comes Jay Beagle to John Carlson. 15 seconds remaining in regulation. Ryan Strome cutting wide on Olsner. And a save by Holtby. Puck deflects out of play. 7 2/10 seconds on the clock.
Good burst of speed by Ryan Strome. Driving to his right, working on Carl Olsner. He launches that one, and man, oh man, Holtby had to get athletic there. Brad Myers telling the Capitals the face-off's inside. Brad Meyer, the referee, telling Barry Trotz it's not outside, it's inside. Capitals thought the face-off should come outside.
Face off to the left of Holtby. They have added time. 8 4/10 seconds remain. Strome and Backstrom. Puck behind the Washington net. Time winding down. Third period. And for the second straight game, the Islanders and Capitals are headed to overtime at Nassau Coliseum. Ovechkin with the Washington goal back in the first. Cizikas tied the game 1-1 through 60 minutes. Subway intermission report coming up. Dave, JR, and Anson. Goalies leading the way. And the Wings take the lead. 33 saves for Holtby. Islanders and Caps tied at 1. Game 4. Overtime. He scored 4 overtime goals for the Islanders during the regular season. Alex Ovechkin does not have a playoff overtime goal in his career. Nicholas Backstrom has 2.
Kenny, the one thing to pay attention to, because it is a long change, watch for Ovechkin sneaking off the Capitals bench, because Boychuk's plastered right in front of me now on the Islanders bench. And that's obviously the matchup. Not starting Ovechkin along with Backstrom and Ward. Interesting move by Barry Trotz. Going with more of the defensive guys and the grinding guys.
All time in the postseason. Islanders 6-2 in overtime against the Capitals. 4-0 here. Islanders needed only 15 seconds to win Game 3.
Jack Capuano was just giving out information to his defenseman, telling him what he expects. Be careful of long stretch pads, just what we were talking about with Ovechkin.
The goaltenders have combined to stop the last 34 shots in the game. Islanders lead the series 2-1. Overtime underway. Jay Beagle for the Caps. Blocked off at the line by Matt Martin. Cizikas to Clutterbuck. Brouwer clears the zone. Hickey shoots back in. Knocked down by Olsner. Quick line changes by both sides.
Here comes Ovechkin. They couldn't get Boychuk on the ice.
Hickey and Straight, the defense pairing for the Islanders. Ward and Kuhlman battle for the puck. Kuhlman for Tavares. Puck rolling wide of the Washington goal. It's an icing call, so the Islanders must leave. Hickey and Straight on the ice against Ovechkin.
Brooks Lake has gone down the runway here for the Washington Capitals. He's left the Capitals bench just now. Brooks Lake.
Backstrom, Ward, Ovechkin with Carlson and Orpik. Following the icing, Kuhlman clears to center. Islanders still unable to get a change. Hickey back to play the puck. Hit by Backstrom. Tavares shoots to center. Hickey and Straight remain on the ice for the Islanders. Long change in overtime. Here comes Tavares. John Tavares for Ryan Strome. Islanders finally get Boychuk out with Leddy. Kamara around for Orpik, and now Ovechkin heads off. Carlson to Kamara. Kamara in front, could not connect with a teammate. Back the other way, Kyle Okposo. Tied up by Johansson. Kamara and Bailey. And now Kuznetsov shoots in. Malak behind his goal for Leddy. Okposo cutting wide on Green. Lowers the shoulder. Tries to move in front, but Green stayed with him. Kamara for the Caps. Net by Okposo. And now the play is blown dead.
Yeah, it's been a hard game for everybody involved. A shorter bench because of the injury to Lubomir Visnovsky in the second period. So Calvin DeHaan and Nick Leddy and Thomas Hickey, those guys, Johnny Boychuk, they've been logging bigger minutes, and the Capitals have played a shorter bench. Now you see Latta and Wilson on the ice in overtime along with Burakovsky. This is their first shift in overtime and their first shift in a while for Latta and Wilson.
Up against Nelson, Lee, and Kennedy as Niskanen shoots in. Straight up the board, kept alive by Latta. His shot gets blocked. Lee for the Islanders. Brock Nelson turned back by Michael Latta. Race for the puck. Straight and Burakovsky. Now DeHaan, 2.5 gone by in overtime. Tied at 1. Here's Kennedy for Lee. Anders Lee with a shot. Turned aside by Holtby. Kennedy and Carlson. Carlson plays the puck. Islanders make a change. They send out Martin Clutterbuck and Cizikas. The Beagle unit out for the Caps. Boychuk ahead for a streaking Clutterbuck. Dropping it off for Martin. Martin stripped with the puck by Green. Comes to the left point. Hickey with a shot. Gets blocked. Cizikas shoots. And that's blocked in front. Johansson back the other way. Into the corner for Brouwer. And then Beagle. Beagle for Brouwer. Now Johansson. Jay Beagle for the Caps. Beagle out in front, and Malak able to come across. Martin plays the puck for the Islanders. Cizikas clears it ahead to Clutterbuck. Backhands along. Martin in pursuit with Green. Now Gleason for Washington. Up the boards and out. Gathered in by DeHaan. And now Leddy for Strome. Offside, Islanders.
Thought he had an opportunity along with Kuhlman and Tavares, but just overskated the puck at the last second. Ryan Strome. Jay Beagle, what an opportunity on the wraparound. He's had a tremendous night here for the Washington Capitals. Gritty, hard, great on the penalty kill. And you see the opportunity, just couldn't fool Jarno Alak, who closed it down at the last second.
Beagle terrific on faceoffs tonight, Pierre, 72%.
If the Capitals win this, their grit guys are the guys that got them over the top along with Holtby. Filling all those penalties in the second period in particular.
34 saves for Holtby so far. Here's Ovechkin down the right wing with a shot. And the save by Halak. Knocked up the boards by DeHaan for Strome. Now Carlson settles things down. And then gives the puck away to Tavares. Strome. And now DeHaan. Tavares and Carlson. Carlson stripped by Tavares. Kuhlman holds in. And then he's knocked off the puck by Ward. Islanders must clear the zone. And now they make a full change. Ovechkin to the bench as well. Overtime at Nassau Coliseum. 1-1, game 4. Up the middle, Chimera. And now Johansson. Cutting wide on Hickey. Turns, throws it across. Now the puck winds up off the glass behind the Islander goal. Deflects out of play.
Great opportunity for the Washington Capitals. Marcus Johansson with a burst of speed going around the Islander defense. Here he is working it on Thomas Hickey. Gonna go cross crease. Jason Chimera is there. Kuznetsov's there, and there's the opportunity for Chimera, who had the game winner in game number 2. Marcus Johansson out of a tremendously proud program in Sweden by the name of Färjestad. During the lockout back in 05, Sheldon Surrey and Zdeno Chara were defense partners there. They lost in the final.
Puck now played by Thomas Hickey of the Islanders. Up the left side for Kennedy. Tyler Kennedy looks to put a move on Niskanen, his former teammate in Pittsburgh. Now Kennedy on the puck. Anders Lee breaks his stick on the shot. Chimera ahead to Kuznetsov. Glove by Halak. Quickly ahead. Boychuk hit by Chimera. Ryan straight up the right side. Bouncing puck. And now it's Boychuk once again. Over the stick of Kennedy. Gleason back for the Caps. We played 6 minutes in overtime. Tied at 1. Capitals 3 shots. Islanders have 1. Now Tom Wilson. As Halak thought about playing the puck. Martin on it for the Islanders. And he clears. A collision at center between Cizikas and Wilson. Cizikas is shaken up. He heads off to the Islander bench. Wilson departs as well. Clutterbuck clears the zone. Backstrom for Carlson.
Long shift for Straight and Boychuk. Ovechkin's coming.
Boychuk up the boards and out. Orpik knocks it back the other way for Backstrom. Lost the puck. Here's Tavares. Good play by Carlson to knock it off his stick. Islanders get Letty out with Gahan. Nearly caught with too many men.
Absolutely correct, Kenny.
Here's Kuhlman for Strong. Big drive. Misses the net high. Held in by Letty on the left point. Behind the net for Strong. Out in front. And Tavares had his shot blocked. Here comes Ovechkin with speed. Bailey racing back. Great play by Josh Bailey to lift Ovechkin's stick. Now Backstrom with the puck. Shot by Niskanen, deflected, just missed the net. Now Ovechkin goes towards the goal. Deflected back behind. Ward on it for the Caps. To Ovechkin, just missed to the right. Tremendous pressure by Washington. Now Gahan for the Islanders. Steps around Kuznetsov, who steals. Kuznetsov still with the puck. Shoots and it gets blocked by Letty. And Letty forces the puck down. Long pass to Johansson. To the net, Chimera, stopped by Halak. Now the steal by Bailey. Oposo, and Holtby got a stick on it. Niskanen knocked down by Cizikas. He's back on the ice, shaken up on his last shift. Tremendous opportunities, Pierre, on both ends. Here's Cizikas. Oposo shoots and it's blocked by Alsner. Quick transition. Kuznetsov for Burakovsky. Burakovsky leaves for Beagle in the corner. Back to Andre Burakovsky. Hit to the boards by Straight. Kuhlman will clear. Oposo. Deep in the Washington zone, it's Beagle. Burakovsky in his first career playoff game. Halak behind the net for Nick Letty. Up the left wing to Lee. Clutterbuck into the corner, it's Orpik. Shouldered by Lee. Green knocks it ahead for Wilson. Tom Wilson Caught from behind by Clutterbuck, and now Beagle shoots in. Capitals look to make a change. Here's Tavares. Down the right side. And he lost an edge, defended by Niskanen.
What a game he's had as well, Matt Niskanen.
Here's Joel Ward for the Caps. Gahan lines him around and out. Alsner back for Washington. Niskanen up the left wing. Ovechkin tied up by Gahan. Bouncing puck. And now Alsner and Nielsen. Alsner sends in. Hickey across to Gahan. We have played 10 minutes in overtime. Kenny Albert, Pierre McGuire from Nassau Coliseum. The Islanders have iced the puck.
Franz Nielsen looking for a stretch pass. He didn't take the extra step. Icing. All he has to do is take one more step. Here's a great opportunity. What a chance. And Jarl Lack comes up large. Marcus Johansson takes a hit to make the play. And Jason Chimera, who had the winner, as we said in game 2, couldn't find the back of the net. Little timeout for the Islanders.
Midway through overtime, as they clean up the ice.
Oh, my apologies. No timeout. It's the ice cleaning timeout after 10 minutes. 9:59.
Here's how we got here. First period. John Carlson takes the shot, deflected by Alex Ovechkin. Behind Halak, second of the series for Ovechkin. And then late in period 1, Cizikas knocks home the rebound of the Clutterbuck shot. The only goals in the game to this point.
And one of the big stories for the Islanders going forward is Lubomir Visnovsky. He's going to get freight trained by Tom Wilson, who just turned 21 on March the 29th. He's a big, nasty fella, and he made Visnovsky pay. And you have to think going forward in this series, if Visnovsky can't play, Griffin Reinhart, who was 4th overall in the 2012 draft, he'll probably get a chance to get in the lineup for the Islanders.
The son of former NHL defenseman Paul Reinhart.
Two pretty good playing brothers, too. Max, the property of Calgary, and Sam, who was the 2nd overall pick for the Buffalo Sabres.
Paul Reinhart, Pierre, the only defenseman with 2 postseason hat tricks in the NHL.
That is impressive, Kenny.
Shots in overtime, 5-2 in favor of Washington. 36-28 Islanders for the game. Thomas Hickey with the puck. Oposo will clear. Knocked down by the glove of Carlson. Johansson holds in. Chimera settles the puck down. Nielsen over for the Islanders. Josh Bailey. Knocked down by Green. Islanders offside.
You're starting to feel the fatigue factor start to kick in for both these teams now. Things are getting a little ragged, a little sloppy, shorter shifts. Now's the time where you got to be so mentally strong. Everybody thinks it's all about a physical exercise, Kenny. There's a lot of mental exercise that goes into this too. Just can't lose your train of thought. You can't make an egregious turnover.
Brock Nelson in behind the net. Kennedy met by Alsner. Niskanen up the boards. Not out. Islanders keep it in. Behind the net, it's Kennedy. Looks to come out in front. Beagle over for the Caps. And he clears down. Hickey pressured by Brouwer. Niskanen with a shot and a glove save by Halak.
And this is one of those things we're talking about. Thomas Hickey's played a whale of a game, and he's lost some big minutes. But this is one where, again, there's no support for him, so he's back there by himself. He's almost on an island, and what do? You try to overhandle the puck, and then there's forecheck pressure. Try to get cute, and you turn it over, and eventually lead to a shot on goal. Got to move it quick and hard. When in doubt, off the glass and into the neutral zone.
Ovechkin. He has 8 shots on goal in the game. Backstrom Tavares lost the stick. Backstrom shoots, he scores! Nicklas Backstrom ties the series at 2. The Washington Capitals win Game 4 at 11:09 of overtime. Third career postseason overtime goal for Nicklas Backstrom, who has now scored in 3 consecutive games.
Not known as a shooter, more as a playmaker, but he's been lethal this series, as Kenny said. And the guys were talking about it in the studio. It doesn't have to be hard, it just has to get there. This puck's not hard, but it gets to the net. And this is an amazingly difficult game here in game number 4. But it all started off the face-off. Washington wins it. Ovechkin can't get it to the net. They keep the play alive. Backstrom's going to do a good job working one-on-one with Tavares, protecting the puck, no stick. So there's not a lot Tavares can do. And eventually the puck finds its way. It's not hard, but it gets there.
Backstrom did not score a goal the last 23 regular season games. He wins it for the Caps after Tavares lost his stick. So that silences the crowd here at Nassau Coliseum as the Capitals even the series at 2. Game 5 at the Verizon Center in Washington on Thursday night. So the Caps win it in overtime 2-1. For Pierre McGuire and our entire crew, Kenny Albert saying goodnight. From Long Island, out of Calgary, Game 4, Canucks and Flames, Chris Cuthbert and Brent Hedican.